Lovely YouTube people. It has been a while, mostly because the last phone that I owned did not allow me to edit YouTube videos. I couldn't have the app. So I've been on TikTok. It's good fun, but I'm back. I've got a new phone. I want to show you things. We also have a whole new venture, myself and two business partners, where we are doing nature engagement and exciting outdoorsy ID stuff and sensory walks and mindfulness in nature for people struggling with their mental health. So I am here with more ID videos and hopefully some content that's going to make you feel a little bit more bright and breezy. But right now I have a myth to bust. So one of those sayings that we hear all the time on the Facebook groups and the ID forums is, when identifying Apiaceae, the way that you tell the difference between Queen Anne's lace and hemlock, which are apparently the only two that we need to tell the difference between, is that the queen has hairy legs. And well, I don't want to air them in public too much, but so do I. And we all know that I am not the queen. So, much the same with Apiaceae, wild carrot, also known as Queen Anne's lace, has hairy legs, but so do many other plants in the Apiaceae family. Now this is cow parsley, but its legs are much hairier when it's young than when it's older. And there are multiple other species, lots and lots in fact, in that family that have very hairy legs in the same way as Queen Anne's lace does. Things like hogweed, for example, really, really bristly. No one's been shaving there, and we know that that's not Queen Anne's lace. So in the same way as you couldn't look at my legs and decide that you knew who I was and whether I was the queen or not, you also can't just look at one ID feature of a plant, for example wild carrot, Daucus carota, also known as Queen Anne's lace, and identify it from that one feature alone. We need to look at things like the stature. This is the cow parsley that we talked about a moment ago, and this is our Queen Anne's lace. The stature is different, but also you can see that this is a much younger plant, mostly because their season is also different. So cow parsley and hemlock are already tall and flowering, whereas the Daucus carota is really, really very short still at the moment. We also look at things like the leaf shape, underneath the flower heads, whether they have any bracts or bracteoles. These are fantastic, the bracts on Queen Anne's lace, and they look a little bit like tridents often. And we also need to look at multiple other features, like on hemlock, the beautiful splotchy stem, and on both the smell. So the smell of hemlock is like mouse pee or hamster cage, and the smell of carrot is carroty. Now there are hundreds of things in this family of Apiaceae. If you look, I've got a playlist that goes through a few on the channel. But my point is, much as I would not like anyone to identify me on my smell, I don't think they could identify me on just the hairy legs either. And the same is true for these plants. But we really do need to learn to identify each member of the family and any plant separately and individually, and understand how to separate them and how to distinguish them from each other. I hope that makes sense. Happy carroting and happy identifying generally. Oh, and like and subscribe. I always forget that bit, but I am back and I'm going to try and make you more YouTubes, and I would like to extend this platform to include a lot of the mental health work that we're doing and some more just for the joy of it stuff. So join in.